All right, everybody, how is it going? We're going to do another quick flight here. It's been a while. We're going to Sacramento from Bakersfield in the 737 with 50 passengers, and I'm going to initiate the jetway to be connected, and that should start. And then we're going to start self-loading cargo because we're using self-loading cargo today. It's been updated, and this new update has a problem with calculating your landing rate, but it still kind of grades you on it. He's fixing that, and so let's start the flight. We got that, and then we'll initiate GSX to start the boarding, so we can get going. Okay, we are golden. Here we are. We have the flight attendant calling.
Hello.
Hi, Captain. How are you?
Hi there. I'm very well, thanks.
Great. We're getting ready for takeoff. If you need anything else, just give me a call, and I'll answer as quickly as I can.
Now,
we're a little busy right now, though.
GSX.
Thanks a lot.
So
no problem.
Self-loading cargo won't start the loading progress until the loading procedure, until I start the boarding process through GSX, which is ideal and a good thing. So let's get this underway. So what we'll do is we'll load up GSX and start boarding.
Boarding requested.
So boarding has now been requested. Now ground's going to contact us. That's when the ground connects, because the boarding process starts.
Ground cockpit.
There we go.
Go ahead.
Hi, Captain. Microphone check, please.
You're loud and clear. 5 over 5.
Passengers boarding starting.
Okay, Captain. Radio check complete. We'll contact you when the ground vehicles arrive, and we're ready to start loading.
Boarding started.
Roger. Hello.
Flight attendants.
Hi, Captain. The passengers are ready to come on board. Are we okay to get started?
Yes, you can start boarding.
Here we go.
No worries. I'll get the rest of the crew organized, and we'll make a start in a minute or two once the passengers start arriving from the terminal.
What we're going to do, though, in a minute, is we're going to go to
all
our
stations.
panel
We're
here
about to start boarding.
and start our APU so we can get off the ground power, but we're not going to do that just yet. Probably once the passengers are on board. But I will start the announcement through the PA to welcome.
Good afternoon
the
from the cockpit. This is your captain speaking.
And announce cruise level, no departure delays.
I'd like to welcome you on board this afternoon as we fly to Sacramento.
The weather is moderate.
We're currently preparing for departure up here in the cockpit, and once we're airborne, we'll be climbing to our cruise level of 21,000 feet.
The ground is still loading.
We hope to depart very shortly. We're not expecting any delays. The cabin crew will start securing the cabin once the aircraft has pushed back from the stand. As we make our way to the departure runway, please make sure you're seated and secured as they make their way around the aircraft. The weather is not looking particularly brilliant, so it might be a little uncomfortable at times as we climb to our cruise level. There's nothing to worry about. Just make sure you keep an eye on the seatbelt sign, and I'll turn it off once we're in clearer air. Once we're airborne, there shouldn't be any issue during our climb. It's a pretty straightforward departure out of the airport, so nothing to worry about there. It looks as though the en route winds are in our favor, so there shouldn't be any issue getting to our destination on time. However, we will keep you informed throughout the flight if that changes. We'll be making a departure just as soon as the ground crew finish loading the baggage into the hold of the aircraft. If you can get seated and secured with your belts on in the meantime, that will speed things up nicely. Thank you very much for flying with us, and I hope you enjoy the flight.
Now calling ground.
Ladies and
Cockpit to
gentlemen,
ground.
welcome on board this self-loading
Go
cargo
ahead.
service.
Start the APU.
Please place your large
We're starting
bags
the
into
APU
overhead
now.
locker
Stand
wheels
by
first,
for ground
and
power
keep your small
disconnection in a
items
few
under
minutes.
the seat in front of you. These
Roger.
include laptops,
We'll monitor
handbags,
the soda
duty
from
free
down here and
and
let
loose
you know if
items
we
of
see anything
clothing.
explored.
Once you have
We'll turn
safely
the
stowed your
APU
cabin
on,
bag,
so
please
this
take your seat.
Gauge
To help us
rises.
ensure prompt
Have to watch it
departure,
to
we
make
would kindly
sure.
ask that you keep the aisle
Roger.
clear, enabling all remaining customers to board. Your seatbelt can now be fastened ready for departure.
As soon as
This
this
is a
gauge
no
moves,
smoking
we can
service.
start the
Thank you
bleed.
for observing this
As
policy.
it gets up to around 6 or between 4 and 6. So here we are, we can start the CPU bleed. We are good to go. So now what we do is
Ground to cockpit.
go up here and see the generator. Go on. And he's going to tell us the APU status.
Go ahead.
Hi Captain, just a quick update to let you know that we've started loading. We'll contact you again once we're done.
He's going to contact us
Roger.
again about the APU.
Ground to cockpit.
Go ahead.
APU's
Feed startup seems good. Nothing to report.
okay, good. Please disconnect ground power.
We're off the ground power, so feel free to
So,
disconnect.
we're off the ground power now.
Roger.
And
Okay.
we can hit the APU. And we can
Ground power has been.
turn off the ground power. Go here and release the ground power from there.
Roger.
And you'll see that you can see on the outside, there's the ground power is disconnected. They're still loading. There's the ground power, it's gone. So, we're almost ready. We got all the passengers. We're just waiting for the rest of the cargo. And that'll be that. Now, we don't need this on. And we're going to need to have that off when we start the engines anyway. We turn that back on once the engines have started. And you actually technically don't need to start that until you're off the runway. You're taking off. But we'll turn it on anyway. And I believe I have that set in here in the computer that PAX will be on when takeoff. We'll have them on for landing too as well. So technically at landing you can turn them off. And it does save you engine power. It gives you more power for like a go around if you have a go around procedure and you need more power to, you know, aboard the landing and take off really fast. But it's only 50 passengers. Don't need to worry about it. If I had it 162 passengers, if I had maximum load, then I would, you know, adjust the packs accordingly, religiously, to be able to save on the engine power, get the most engine power performance that I can. And we could use ATC assistance, have that on. We're ready for taxi. We can call for the taxi, but we won't do that. Just before pushback, we'll do that. We'll have to wait for the cockpit doors, these doors right here, to be all green before we can push back. And we will do that. It looks like we got some kind of Cessna, maybe 172 or something. 152, 172, sitting there. Normally there you wouldn't see that. That's another inconsistent thing with Microsoft likes to win. Why would, if this is a live person, I don't know why they would be parked there. No single engine aircraft is parked at the gates of an international airport. No way, no how. As a matter of fact, ground and the tower will be saying, what the hell are you doing there? and we can answer him. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Now I can do this by voice, but since I'm broadcasting live and talking to you, I
Loading
can't
has completed. Descending the load
do
shield
that. It
engine.
gets confused.
We'll contact you once the aircraft
Okay,
is closed up and
Roger.
we get to you.
Roger.
And go to intercom, say hello.
Hello?
Hi, Captain. Okay, here's the load sheet from ground. I've written the passenger count here, the crew count here, and a total number of souls, not including yourself, here.
Thank you.
Okay, looks like we're all set to go whenever you're ready.
Excellent. I'll instruct ground that we're ready to remove the jetway, and you can go ahead and close the doors.
Move the jetway.
No problem.
Move the shocks. And we're good to go there. And we will hit our progress here like that. Jetway is disconnecting. Doors should be arming. Let's see if we can. Ground has finished, so we're going to find out from ground what's going on.
Cockpit to ground?
What's going on?
Go ahead.
How do you read?
5 and 5.
Roger.
Is GSX done loading? Yes, they are. So I should have the doors shutting, and it's not shutting, so I'm going to, that's the problem, I'm going to shut the doors, close that door, make sure all these doors are closed, good, so we're good to go. Now we will tell them to arm the doors. As soon as it turns orange. It does have door movement. Waiting for the doors to close. It's been a while, so here we go. Now I can please arm doors.
Ground to cockpit.
Cabin crew, doors to automatic, please.
And now I can request pushback.
Go ahead.
Pin straight ahead. We'll see you next time.
We're ready to disconnect.
Thanks very much for your help. Pin straight ahead, and we'll see you again soon.
And we'll request taxi.
Bakersfield ground Delta 450 with Oscar ready to taxi IFR.
Okay, so let's go for pushback.
Delta 450 taxi to and hold short of runway 30 right via taxiway Bravo Charlie Delta. Contact tower on 118.1 when ready.
Hello, Captain. We are ready for pushback.
Ladies and gentlemen, we now ask for your
Okay,
attention while
bitch.
we take you through the safety
Let's
procedures
go.
on this aircraft. A safety card is in your seat pocket
I
showing
like
the
that,
exit
lighten
routes,
things up a
oxygen
little bit,
masks, life jackets and brace position, which you must adopt if you hear
We're
brace.
going to turn on our
Brace.
taxi lights.
There are 2 emergency exits at the rear, 4 in the middle and 2 at the front of the cabin.
And we'll turn
Departure
on
check
the
completed.
lights.
Bypass pin inserted.
Please be aware that your nearest exit
We'll
may be
set our
behind
flaps up.
you. In an emergency,
notch.
leave all cabin
We'll
baggage
set
on
them
board.
to 5,
Your seatbelt is fastened, adjusted and released as shown.
so we don't get the annoying
It must be fastened
buzz
when the seatbelt
we
signs are on, and we recommend that you keep it fastened at all
engage our
times.
throttle to
If
taxi.
the air supply fails,
Hearing
masks will drop from above you. Pull a mask towards you
That's
to start the
annoying.
oxygen.
Locking gear.
Put the mask over your nose and mouth. Hold in place
Okay,
with
to
the
start
strap and pull
engines,
on
we will
each side
start
to
the
adjust.
engines.
Put on your own mask
I get this
before
all
helping
set to
others.
be able to use
If we
my
land on
Airbus.
water, take the life
Thrust
jacket from
master.
under the seat.
450, did you copy?
Put it over your head. Pass the tapes around your waist.
Taxi
click
to
together
and hold short
pull the
runway
straps
30
together.
supposed to
right
do that
using
automatically.
taxiway
Do not
Bravo
inflate it
Charlie
inside
Delta
the
Delta
engine.
Another bug
450.
When outside,
with
inflate by pulling the
Microsoft
toggle.
Flight Simulator.
If it fails to inflate or needs topping up, blow
Okay.
into the tube. There is a light and whistle for attracting attention. We also carry flotation aids for children.
So
Your tray
we
table
are
must
going
now be
to
stowed, armrest down,
have the
window
nose
blinds
to
open
the
and
right,
seatbelt
tail
fastened.
to the left.
We wish you a pleasant flight and thank you for flying with self-loading cargo.
Release parking brakes, please.
So release the parking
Commencing
brake.
push. All engines clear. Start at will.
Okay, so let's start engine number 1. We'll watch this. Once that gets up to 10, we can turn on the fuel cutoff. So that's up 10, so we can do that. And then now we can do engine 2. There's engine 2, as you saw that move. When this hits 10, we'll turn the fuel valve on. There we go. And then we will switch to our generators as soon as engine start is complete. These lights are all out. Well, we can end the pushback here, or they're going to end it here anyway. So
Please set parking brakes. Unlocking gear.
we're going to announce holding position. No, don't have to because the engines are not on yet. As soon as the engines are on, though, it will. There it is, holding position.
Ladies and gentlemen, just to let you know that we are currently holding position. Air traffic control require us to park here
Okay,
until
now
other
we can
aircraft
go
vacate
here.
the taxiway.
And turn on our
It should only take a
generator.
few moments, then we can get going. Thank
Turn
you.
off our APU generator. Turn off our APU. Don't need the APU anymore. And we're good to go. And now the engines are started. We can put on our packs.
Tow truck disconnected. Bypass pin removed.
All right.
Left is clear. Right is clear.
So we'll turn on our landing lights for takeoff. Everything looks good. And then we can taxi away as soon as she shows the pin and then waves. So raise the pin to show us, and then she'll wave. Okay, see you later. Yeah, see you later. Goodbye. Have a nice day. Get out of the way. There we go. There we go. We are in motion. The crew has not finished, and now I gotta talk to them. I'll tell
Hello.
them to take their seats.
Hi, Captain. The cabin is secured for takeoff.
We're almost ready actually, so you can take your seats now.
No problem. All stations, seats for takeoff,
There we go.
please.
We're good to go. As you can see, we're doing 25 knots. Just our trim there a little bit.
Delta 450, hold position. Caution, other traffic.
What other traffic? I don't see any other traffic.
Hold position Delta 450.
phantom traffic. You know, this has happened a couple times. Microsoft Flight Training, I'm not holding position for nothing. There is nothing here. There's no traffic here at all. We're going to see where they think this is when she tells us to continue taxiing. If it's this stuff over here, I doubt it. That's not even on the airport. I see nothing here.
Delta 450, continue taxi.
So, what was it?
Roger Delta 450.
It was nothing. Nothing! It's a hoax. Another bug. Now it wants us to go all the way around over there, which we're not going. You see the directions of the taxi ribbon? That is not happening. I am turning right here. I'm going to follow this way. This is how you get on that runway from there. I'm not going around there. We're going to have to announce holding position again. Technically, this is not part of the runway really, but you can actually use this to take off because it's a short runway there for this one. So we're going to set our parking brake and announce that holding position.
Ladies and gentlemen, just to let you know that we are currently holding position. There's an aircraft departing in front of us. It should only take a few moments,
Anyway.
then we can get going. Thank
So
you.
we have everything set. Now over here, we're going to set this down there. And so that disarms it for sure. It's still disarmed when it's off here, but this is the takeoff settings, and yeah, so here we are. So we're going to contact the tower and tell them that we're
Bakersfield Tower Delta 450 ready for departure runway 30 right IFR to Capital.
Delta 450, altimeter 30.1 tree, wind 068 at 6. Cleared for
okay,
takeoff
all
runway
set,
30
and we're
right.
clear. So let's give it some power.
Cleared for takeoff runway 30 right Delta 450.
Let's go all the way to Toga. Airspeed's alive. There we go. And we will rotate
80 knots.
pretty soon. Right when we
100
get to the
knots.
first line over here. And we're at V1.
Rotate.
Now we
V2.
can rotate. Positive
Rate
rate.
climb.
Gear up.
Positive rate, gear up.
We can set our autopilot. L now.
Delta 450, contact Bakersfield, departure.
And
on
now we're at 1,000 feet, so
126.45.
we can turn our
Good day.
flaps up.
126 decimal for 5 Delta
And we can set our
450.
vertical speed.
Goodbye. Bakersfield departure Delta 450
So like
is passing
28.
2,300 feet, climbing 6,000 feet.
And then we will set our auto throttle on to maintain 235 knots. This is a good takeoff. We can release the cabin crew.
Cabin crew, you're free to move around the cabin.
Because we're in good shape. It is kind of bumpy, as I can see here. We're at 3,000 feet.
Delta
Climbing.
450, climb and maintain 16,000 feet.
Okay, let's go to 16,000.
Climb and maintain 16,000 feet Delta 450.
There we go. And we can bring it up to 3,000 feet per minute. And we can have the crew start giving...
Ladies and gentlemen, please keep your seatbelts fastened while the seatbelt sign is on. We recommend that you keep your seatbelt fastened whenever you are seated.
We only get drinks and alcohol, so it's not a long flight.
Remember that smoking
No
is
movie
not
either.
permitted at any time. This includes e-cigarettes.
Okay, we're at 6,000.
In just a few moments we'll commence our in-flight service, offering you the
Turning.
chance to purchase from our selection of fresh
turn.
food available today. All details can be found in your
there's
in-flight
moderate
brochure.
turbulence.
You can also purchase a selection
As I
of hot
predicted.
beverages together with drinks
Heavy
and snacks from the
turbulence.
bar. We accept payment in pounds, euros, most major currencies and debit
is
or
kinda
credit
bumpy.
cards. The correct change would be greatly appreciated, and if we can be of any further assistance, then just ask us as we join you
We're
in
at
the cabin shortly.
7,000.
Thank you.
8,000 now. And as soon as we hit 10,000, we turn off the landing lights.
Ladies and gentlemen,
We can.
we are about to serve our drinks menu.
Evacuate.
Choose from our menu of hot tea and coffee, or a number of soft drinks. Please make sure your
Runway
tray
lights
table is
will
in
go
the down
off, but-
position and clear any items from
127
the aisle.
decimal
Thank
1
you.
Delta 450.
We're at 9,000.
Goodbye.
And going to
Los
increase.
Angeles Center Delta 450 is
Speed.
passing 9,200 feet,
10,000.
climbing 16,000 feet.
Let's see, we get
Delta 450 Los Angeles Center
400
altimeter
feet,
tree
that's
0
about 300
decimal 1
feet,
tree radar
200
contact
feet.
continue.
100 feet. We're at 10,000. So now we can turn all this off. And we can increase our speed to 300. 35.
Ladies and gentlemen, the captain has turned off the seatbelt sign, which means you are free to move around the cabin.
There we go.
However, you are reminded that for your safety, we do recommend that you remain seated with your belt fastened at all times in case of turbulence or any other
Now,
potential
the speed
incident
won't
that could occur
increase
during
that
the
much
flight.
because we're still climbing.
Thank you.
We're going to 21,000, so. Everything looks good. We are on our way. Let's look at the map that Microsoft Flight Simulator gives you. I have the flight plan loaded. Now, obviously, it's not the same exactly. Microsoft Flight Simulator's flight plan screws things up, but I believe this is where we're going to. 858. Yep, there it is. Right there. And Joffre right there. And then we're going to on our approach. So it's not going to be long
Delta
flight.
450 climb and maintain flight level 210.
So we go up to 210.
Climb and maintain flight level 210 Delta 450.
It is kind of hazy. It is a nice day out feeling. And the passengers are getting thirsty, but they're all going to be served their drinks. Everything is good here. Double check everything. We are on generators. You can see that. Generators are good. All these lights are off. It's good. All our lights are on. Except for our taxi and runway lights, which we don't need. Our packs are on. We've got the set to auto 41,000. So it'll automatically set the cabin pressure and everything accordingly. And yeah. Now, some people ask, how come you have this on off? You don't actually have to have this on. You can put this on a continuous flight. Usually you would have this on like landing procedures and stuff like that. I'll turn those on Many times during landing procedures you want that on, but that's not required to be on at all, as you can see. And when you have auto landing set, when you set both of these for auto landing and stuff, you want that on. So, yeah. And we are reaching our cruise altitude, and we are on. We want to set this on standard though, because 18,000 feet is the transitional altitude. So if I put that on transitional, if I put this transitional, if I put this on standard, then it will be different from when I hit the barometer right there, pressure, because it's going to be different. Now I can run with this. Now, if ATC tells me I'm like 100 feet above my assigned altitude, I'll know that that's wrong, and I can, you know, but I don't want to mess with that. We are at 21,000, which is good right here. Usually when you go up to like
123.8
feet or
Delta
something like that,
450.
that's when you really
Goodbye.
set that to standard.
Oakland Center Delta 450 flight level 210.
And you can tell by looking
Delta
at
450,
this,
Oakland Center radar. Contact continued to BP
21,000 right here, so
858.
that's accurate. Here's our aircraft, that's in the Delta aircraft, California, again, Sacramento, California, Yahoo. Yeah, I like California. Been there a few times. Been to LA. You actually don't want to live in LA, really, depending on what you do. If you're on the east side of LA, forget it. It's all kinds of gangs. People are trying to fuck with you all the time and get your car stolen or shit. Don't want to be on that side. That's for sure. San Francisco's nice. Been there. And, yeah.
Good afternoon once again from the cockpit. I hope all is well with you and you're enjoyed flying with us so far. We've reached our cruise level and are currently flying at an altitude of 21,000 feet. We're expecting to arrive on time as planned. Progress is going very well. Unless anything changes in the meantime, you'll next hear from me around the time we start our descent, so I'll leave you in the hands of our excellent cabin crew. Thank you.
Good to go here. We can look at the maps, how far along we are. We don't got much distance to go. We just need to come up to here, and we're on our landing procedure. So yeah, everything looks good here. We will actually be getting a lot of ground really soon. Pretty much an easy flight. We can go, we could turn this, see this over here, we could turn that back off, don't need that there anymore. We're good to go. I'll be right back in one moment. back. I had to go away from the computer for a minute. And hopefully nothing happened between now and then. Well, then and now. So, obviously I'm not flying with the real flight time, but I am flying with real weather. And that's because I'm on Eastern time right now, and it's 5 in the morning. Happened to be up, decided to do this. So yeah. Gaining good ground. The first service is almost complete. A little later on I'll start the drinks, the alcoholic drinks, and they're not thirsty anymore, so pretty much everybody's got their drink that they need. The rest is just gravy, just have an alcoholic drink for the fun of it. So we are making progress. We got an aircraft behind us. Traffic is going to notify us of that. I do have the TCAS on. Get that all set. Transponder, TCAS is on. And the only thing that don't work that's inoperative is the weather. And that's not because of PMDG. That's not their fault. That's Microsoft Flight Simulator. It doesn't support the weather thing. Hopefully they will have an update to that. And PMDG said they will update the aircraft when that happens. So de-ices and actually the Phoenix that I have doesn't work, but it does have icing. You can turn that on, Microsoft Flight Simulator, and I have, but it's not cold enough for icing right here. We don't have much moisture, no clouds. If we were going into clouds and stuff like that, I would turn the icing on. That. We are right here, as you can see, and in a couple minutes we'll be at this waypoint. Going to the next, and yeah, one after that, and then our landing procedures. So I'll probably start alcoholic drinks right around here, probably. So, Microsoft Flight Simulator did do an update on this. They had a couple, actually, just recently today, when I loaded this. Did an update, it was a quick one. But the past couple of weeks, though, they've been updating on this. And, yeah, so... Now, notice that there's no more drinks available, but there is alcohol. You can set the number of drinks that you want to service. You can have like 2 or 3 of them, depending on how long your flight is. This flight is a short flight, so I only have 1 of each. On longer flights, I'll have a couple of drinks, food, and a couple of alcohol, maybe a duty-free. Now lately I've been doing overseas flights like Japan and stuff like that. And I wanted to fly within the United States today. Just a short, quick flight. And it's fun to use these add-ons that I have. Obviously you can see self-loading cargo here. I have GSX right here. One coming up, and I also have SPAD for my controller system to be able to use my Thrustmaster Airbus to work with PMDG 7, you know, the Boeing. Mainly this is designed to work with Phoenix Airbus, but with SPAD add-on, you can pretty much do whatever you want with
Going to 125.75
assigning
Delta
controller options
450.
and stuff. It's really great.
Oakland Center Delta
And it's great
450
for different
flight level
aircraft.
210.
So if you're just using this one controller and you have several different types of aircrafts, you can use SPAD to program it to do what, you know, is more familiar with you and make it easier to get the throttle to work and all that stuff. And yeah, so I mean, right now it's working fine. I can't wait until the 777 comes out, PMDG. That's going to be really awesome. I'm definitely getting that. And I don't mind that it's taking them a little longer to come out with that, because they're getting rid of some of, they're taking care of some possible bugs and things like that. They want to make sure that when they release the aircraft, it's a very good working aircraft with a minimal amount of bugs, if any. So you always know a PMDG aircraft is always the best. It's the best experience, even with like other simulators, like P3D and stuff like that. I'm a die-hard fan of PMDG aircraft. The Phoenix is good too, although it's not as good as this aircraft. There's a couple things about it that, you know, that makes it a lower quality aircraft than this. For example, for a long time they haven't had the de-icing working on that, and they're coming up with an update, they said, so don't know how long it's going to take. It's been a while, they've been mentioning it, I think almost a year, or 6 months or something like that. So, haven't heard anything about an update yet. I will check from time to time and update. And I think that they're coming up with an update with this. I think Microsoft Flight Simulator is supposed to have the weather controls to be able to work, support that. When they do, PMDG obviously will update all their aircraft
Delta 450, contact Oakland Center on 121.25.
And you can see it's pretty windy, a lot of turbulence. And you can see there they're experiencing
121.25 Delta 450. Goodbye. Oakland Center Delta 450 flight level 210.
Delta 450, Oakland Center.
Ski mountains are out here and stuff. So here's our progress. We can also see on here, I can zoom out on this. But here's our progress. We're almost at our next waypoint. As a matter of fact, I will engage the alcoholic drink service instead of
Ladies and gentlemen, we've just begun serving alcoholic drinks. We're also serving soft drinks and water for our younger flyers. Please clear any items from the aisle as the cabin crew make their way around the cabin. And if you would like a drink, please put your tray in the down position.
Pretty soon we're going
Thank
to be
you.
doing the descent. Let's see how long it's going to take. We'll start our descent here at Laney waypoint. We're going to start the descent there. So once we get here, this will tell us at what time reach there, so I know how long it's going to be, so I can give an accurate time to the crew, to the passengers of our descent. So the top of descent will be right around this area, right by this lake. I'll probably start it right around here. We only got 3 minutes till we reach Gigabyte.
FedEx 1874 descend and maintain flight level 310.
And then I'll ask the tower to decrease my altitude once we reach around here. If I don't wait for Microsoft like some of the ATC to tell me when to descend. I mean, they'll have you right near the airport, like right over here, telling you to climb and maintain 16,000 feet right over here. And that's like really ridiculous. I mean, you'll be here and it's like 16,000 feet, only to have to descend. So Microsoft Flight Simulator ATC is kind of weird. Wow, did you see that turbulence? Holy moly. That was severe turbulence right there, heavy turbulence.
United 16 7 descent. FedEx 1874 descend and maintain flight level 310.
I'm not a fan of turbulence, but creates a bumpy ride really feeling. A lot of passengers will get scared. Fraidy cats. I'll kind of laugh. I'll be on an actual real flight. And people are going, we get, you know, turbulence. Like the plane's going to crash or something. And I kind of laugh because it's normal. Completely 100% normal and safe. Nothing's going to happen.
Going to 126.85 Delta 450.
Everything.
Oakland Center
And
Delta
not to get
450 flight
political,
level
but that's how,
210.
like, the Democrats
Delta 450 Oakland Center radar contact.
like to bring fear to people to pass votes in legislation. People like want to feel safe, and they give the Democrats give the illusion of people, if you sign this bill become law, we'll make you safe. You know, like gun laws and stuff, stupid shit like that. Okay, we're turning into a waypoint. It's going to tell us at 0034, so 10 minutes. So I'm going to tell the flight attendant that we'll be descending in 10 minutes. It's only 10 minutes.
2482 climb and maintain 13,000 feet.
Come on. You can see her right over here as she's walking. Heading to the intercom. There she is.
Hi.
Oh, she's already there. 10 minutes to descent. There we go.
There's around 10 minutes left to run before we start descending, just in case you wanted to bring any remaining services forward.
Thanks.
She's right here. So now she's gonna... Oh, there she is up there. She's walking back. There she is. Right there. So I'm gonna tell the passengers that we got 10 minutes to descend.
Good afternoon once again from the cockpit.
We got
I hope you're enjoying the flight so
arrival.
far. We'll be starting our descent in approximately 10 minutes. The arrival weather forecast looks a little windy, but other than a few bumps, it should be a fairly straightforward approach into the airport. We're not expecting any delays, so we should be able to land fairly quickly. Once we do start our descent, please make sure to listen carefully to any instructions from our cabin crew and pay special attention to the seatbelt sign.
And as you can see over
Thanks
here,
for flying with us, and I'll speak to you again soon.
As you can see that, you can actually see the plane like moving around from even on the outside as well. Not too bad. Beautiful sight though. So here we are. We'll be reaching waypoint in a few minutes. I'm going to tell this to get up there to 21,000 because it's getting below the ascending altitude. So get up there. Yeah, so our announcements are good. Service is done. We got about
Delta
6 or 7
450,
minutes.
contact Oakland Center on 127.905.
So we just
Good day.
127.905 Delta
look at
450.
some clouds up there too.
Goodbye.
Might turn
Oakland
the
Center
icing
Delta
on.
450 flight level 210.
No, I don't think it'll be a big
Delta
deal. I don't think
450,
it's
Oakland
carrying
Center,
anything.
radar contact. Continue.
But look at that, it's bouncy. That's because of these mountains, I guarantee you. It's always windy above mountains. So we get about 4 minutes to descend. Any of the viewers who have never seen see that I do this, really nice. Nice and smooth transactions. One thing about the Phoenix that Phoenix has that this doesn't have is when you set your altitude and you're descending, it'll give you a line marker telling you where you're going to be when you reach that altitude. So you actually know what vertical speed rate you need to be at any location at that altitude. This way, without that, with this aircraft, you have to calculate it yourself manually. And Phoenix Airbus has that built in. A little bit of technology there to make it easier for pilots. So the best work to do. We're approaching waypoint here. Almost there, so we got about 3 minutes, 4 minutes. And we'll contact ATC and request to decrease altitude by 10,000 feet. And that'll bring us at 11,000. And then from 11,000 we'll decrease more as we get closer to our approach. And then engage our ILS and do a manual landing. I feel comfortable with the approach. good. Disengage the autopilot and land it again. So it's pretty much above most of the clouds. You might go through a little bit of clouds up here. Actually, so I am going to turn on the heat and the icing. Just because of that, just to prevent it. Better to be safe than sorry. It does require more engine power, but we only have 50 cabinets, so we're in a light load, no big deal. Got another minute. I request decrease of 10,000 feet from ATC. Alright, so almost there. And we're at the lake that I mentioned. Approaching that lake right there. See it? Not sure what lake that is. Have to look on the map and see, but it's like a pretty good sized lake. A lot of fun for people who have boats and stuff. It's kind of cold around here though. So we can request decreasing by 10,000 feet.
Oakland Center, Delta 450. Request 11,000 feet.
Delta 450 descend and maintain 11,000 feet.
Okay.
Descend and maintain 11,000 feet, Delta 450.
Speed down, 30 knots. We'll apply our speed brake here to help us slow down quicker. This is so we don't overspeed while we're descending.
FedEx 1879er climb and maintain flight level 370.
And we can start our descent. 300 feet per minute. Matter of fact, we can take off our speed brakes.
Delta 450, please expedite your descent 11,000 feet.
I did. And this will automatically tell us that we begin our descent.
Good afternoon once again from the cockpit. I hope all is well with you and you're enjoyed flying with us so far.
There it is. Now
Good afternoon once again from the cockpit. As you've probably noticed, we've started our descent. We should be arriving in around 20 minutes depending on local air traffic, and I will shortly be instructing the cabin crew to get the cabin ready for our arrival. Once that happens, the seatbelt sign will be illuminated and you will be required to stay seated and secured until after landing. If you need to visit the toilet, it may be worth making your way towards one now. For now though, I will wish you a very good afternoon once again, and I'll speak to you in a short while once we've landed.
now we can bring this back up to 250 knots. Here we are turning to our next waypoint for our
FedEx
approach.
1879er climb and maintain flight level 370.
And I'm going to increase the vertical speed 25 feet per minute.
FedEx 1879er climb and
Now,
maintain flight level
we can
370.
turn off the icing. Don't need it. Now, we want to turn on airport data and also the terrain. We want the terrain on. Matter of fact, I'm going to do it on this side as well. Airport data, terrain. Because I'll turn the terrain off here later on. We've got mountains and stuff like that, and you're descending, you want to make sure you're not going to crash into a mountain. So we are at 14,000 feet. And we'll request to descend even more as we turn on to our approach even closer, which is going to be right
Delta
over
450,
here.
contact Oakland Center on 119.75.
So we want to make sure that we're at like...
Going to 119.75 Delta 450.
It's going to be our runway down
Oakland
here.
Center Delta 450 is passing 13,100 feet,
So we
descending
want to make sure
11,000
that
feet.
we're at 4,000, 3,000.
Delta 450, Oakland, center altimeter 30.10 radar. Contact continue to Rango.
We can increase our speed back to 300 knots. We are good right here for now. As you can see, we're getting close to the mountain. There's no red here, so we're good. Once we make our left turn, though, we'll be away from the mountain, I believe. We'll be good to go. It's going to be descending even more. We're at 11,000. 140 feet. And he's not seated, but they're going to prepare the cabin for arrival. We'll do that right now. Do that.
Cabin crew, please prepare the cabin for arrival.
Ladies and gentlemen, we will shortly be landing. Please ensure your cabin bag is safely stowed with your laptop inside. Your tray table must be stowed, armrest down and window blind open. You now need to be seated with your seatbelt fastened ready for landing.
Good.
Please help us by handing in any rubbish, newspapers, or magazines that you do not want to take with you.
Over there.
The toilets are no longer in service.
We'll be taking our
Thank
turn
you.
up here. Kind of hooking around this way. Once we clear this area, get to our waypoint, we can descend even more. So, yeah. Everything's looking good. Once we hit 10,000, we turn the landing lights on and make sure we're below 250 knots. Okay, so 3 minutes. Before we hit our waypoint. Start our next turn. You can actually request for a decrease to, I'd say, 6,000 feet. But I'll wait a few minutes, a couple minutes. I'll wait till we hit our waypoint. At about 2 minutes before we hit that waypoint. There's a little bumpy still. That's okay. I can handle it. If you want to see some of the flight challenges, the landing challenges that I've done, it's not the challenges that the Microsoft Flight Simulator gives you. I had done some flights in specific airports that are very hard runways to land at with the commercial aircraft like the Phoenix and the Boeing. I've done a few of them. They're out there. You can check them out. Some of them are very, very, very hard. And only actually one of them, there's only 10 pilots that are certified to land at that airport with a commercial aircraft. And I've done it flawlessly. Glad to say. So if I can handle landing there, I can land anywhere. All right. Got like 1 minute left. I'm going to request to go to 6,000 feet. So 5,000 maybe we should go. Sit down. We'll request 5,000 feet descent to get to 6,000.
Oakland Center, Delta 450. Request 6,000 feet.
Delta 450 descend and maintain 6,000 feet.
There we go. 6,000.
Descend and maintain 6,000 feet, Delta 450.
We're definitely going to have to be under 250 knots. Turn on our speed brakes, slow down dramatically. So we're going to reach
Delta
250.
450, you are 42 miles northeast. Descend and maintain 4,000 feet. Expect
So we're going to go to
ILS
4,000
runway
feet.
17 left approach via Tango transition. Clear to Tango.
Descend and maintain 4,000 feet. Expect ILS runway 17 left approach via Tango transition. Clear to Tango Delta 450.
And we're going to turn our landing lights. And we'll turn the taxi lights on so we don't have to bother with that when we land. But we're going to go down to 4,000 feet. I'm going to zoom in a little bit. And looks good for the mountain and the terrain there. Don't think we're going to be hitting any mountains. They're still securing the cabin for landing. Not done that yet. I can actually engage flaps to 5 so we can increase our descent rate without going over 250. here. We're getting very close to the airport.
Delta 450,
Obviously,
contact
this is wrong.
Oakland Center on 132.2.
But we're
Good
right
day.
on path to waypoints. that are actually
132.2
programmed
Delta
in
450.
the computer here.
Goodbye.
There's the flight plan.
Oakland Center
set.
Delta 450 is at 7,000 feet,
Flight
descending
simulator gets things
4,000
wrong.
feet.
The flight plans, they're horrible at it.
Delta 450, Oakland Center altimeter 30.11 radar. Contact continue to Tango. Delta 450, contact NorCal approach on
Altimeter properly.
125.4. Good day.
We got 2,000 feet left.
125 decimal for Delta 450.
We can increase
Goodbye.
speed.
NorCal
235.
approach Delta 450 is passing 5,600 feet, descending 4,000 feet.
Delta 450, NorCal approach altimeter 30.11 radar. Contact continue to Tango.
So about 4 minutes we'll be at our next waypoint on our approach. And we'll get some good turbulence here. As you can see. And we're getting to 4,000 feet. We can turn off our speed brake so we don't waste fuel. And she's saying the cabin's secure. We'll tell them to take their seats.
Hello. Hi, Captain. Everything is secured, ready for landing.
We're almost ready, actually, so you can take your seats now.
No problem. All stations, landing positions, please.
3 minutes. We'll be at our next waypoint for our approach. See. Right here, the airport's here. So we'll be right on it. And as you can see right there. We'll engage more flaps. We'll slow down a little bit. Bring our landing gear down. Right when we reach this waypoint. And we'll engage our approach, the ILS. Pick that up. Got about a minute before we reach our waypoint and take a hard left turn or a moderate left turn. Weather looks pretty good. Visibility is fine.
Delta 450 descend and maintain 1,900 feet.
1,000.
Descend and maintain 1,900 feet, Delta 450.
Bring our speed down to 190 knots. It says we're low on fuel, but we're not. It's just giving a warning. And as you can see here, it's not a tank in the green. We'll still be in the green when we land, so we have plenty of fuel. And we are making our left turn right into our approach. Bring this down to 160. 65 knots. Bring another notch of flaps.
$2,500.
And we can activate our approach. Bring down our landing gear. And slow it down to 145 knots. And there's our airport up there. We're at 1,900 feet. Beautiful. You can see the runway. Way down there. There we go. And then we can go to full flaps. Sense of dragging it out. We want to go right in.
Delta 450, you are 12 miles north of Capitol. Contact Capitol Tower on 125.7 when inbound.
Tower on 125.7 Delta 450. Capital Tower Delta 45011 miles north inbound ILS runway 17 left approach.
Delta 450 Capital Tower. Altimeter tree 0, decimal 12 wind 138 at 7. Cleared ILS runway 17 left approach.
Cleared
And
ILS runway 17 left approach
brakes.
Delta 450.
Auto brakes. Not to the max, but we'll put it to 3. Just like calculated in this earlier that I set there. Right over here. Here we are. I believe that we're picked up on the ILS approach, and it's going to stay at this level until the diamond comes down to here. It's not going to go up and chase the diamond. If the diamond gets lower, though, it will lower the altitude accordingly, and we can reduce our speed to 40. See this white line over here? That's telling us that that's where we should be at this point of the approach, but this is fine. As you can see, it's lower.
Delta 450 with 137 at Niner. Cleared to land runway 17 left.
Cleared to land runway 17 left Delta 450.
A lot of farmland here, flat land over here. taking over the altitude, as you can see, because it was set at 1900, but we're down to 1200. And that's appropriate. So now we can bring it down to 130, excuse me,
1,000.
130 knots. That's the ideal speed that you want to be on final approach. And I will disengage the autopilot. I don't use this because it makes all kinds of noise, and then you've got to hit this button to stop it. And I have it set a different way, and I have it a button on my stick, so it does disengage the autopilot without all the noise. I will disengage very shortly. One thing I want to do is arm
500.
the speed brake. That's armed. It's not on, but it's
400.
armed. Okay, I'm gonna disengage it.
300.
Oh, it does continue to keep doing that. I set it on the wrong commands.
200.
I got a little bit of a crosswind. As soon as I disengaged the autopilot, it went to the left a little bit.
100.
Yeah.
50. 40. 30.
Kill the auto throttle.
20. 10.
Flare. I think it's floating a little bit. Shouldn't be floating. This should be disengaging. This is not.
Delta 450 exit runway when able.
And we are here.
Ladies
never
and
had that
gentlemen,
before.
The cabin crew will shortly be leaving
Never
their
had
seats
that
to
happen
perform
before.
safety-related
I
duties.
disengaged
However,
the
we
auto
ask that you
throttle and
remain
it still
seated until the
continued.
seatbelt sign has been switched off. Portable electronic devices for messaging, calls, or internet access may now be used.
It still continued
Please
to
make sure that you take all your personal
accelerate.
belongings with you, checking in the seat pocket,
Strange.
underneath the seat, and in the overhead
Delta
lockers.
450
Do
turn
take care when
next
opening your
taxiway.
lockers in
At
case
least
anything falls out.
I recovered
Smoking
it.
is not permitted until you reach
Delta
a designated
450
smoking
contact
area.
ground on
On behalf of the captain and the crew, it has been our pleasure looking after you today. Our ground crew will help you
Going to
complete your
121.7
self-loading cargo
Delta
journey. For the
450.
latest news, promotions, flight and destination information, check out our
That was
official Facebook
interesting.
page, Twitter, or the official self-loading
Unless I had
cargo.
a backwind
Thank
pushing
you.
on me, but I doubt it. I even turned on the speed brake. I usually only turn that on once I touch down. But I had to do that before. Very interesting. Might have been a glitch that didn't quite acknowledge my button press for the auto throttle. So you know, I have the auto throttle like that, hit the button. Could have sworn that I did. Disengaging. Usually it drops down pretty good. It says over here my landing was too smooth. Really? Oh yeah, that's because I was floating down the runway a little bit. Should have been doing that, but that wouldn't have happened if the auto throttle would have fully disengaged. So, I don't know. And we can go here with the taxi to the gate.
Capital Airport Information Yankee 0100.
Capital Ground Delta 450 request taxi to the gate.
Delta 450 taxi to Gate 0 using taxiway.
Gate 0.
Taxiing to Gate 0 via taxiway Delta 450.
Here we are. Gate 0. It's the first time that I've been assigned to Gate 0. Never heard of a Gate 0, but obviously it does exist. Right on the money. Yeah, pull in, there we go. There we go. Now we're going to request for ground. Put the chocks on and request for ground. And we can turn off our taxi lights and runaway lights.
Ladies and gentlemen, please remain seated until the captain turns off the seatbelt sign. Once that happens, we will start deboarding, and you'll be able to leave the aircraft. Thank you.
And let's check out and see if this is ready. It is.
Cabin crew, doors to manual, please.
Yep, ground power is ready, so we can flick onto ground power. There we are. Get rid of the generators. Turn off the engines. Ask for the jetway.
Ground to cockpit.
The boarding requested.
And answer him.
Go ahead. Cabin crew, the aircraft is secure and the jetway is connecting. You are clear to start deboarding.
Hi, Captain. Microphone check, please.
Loud and clear.
Roger.
As you can see,
Okay, Captain. Ground power
through the
is there.
jetway, every time
Stand by.
I
Start getting you offloaded in a couple of
use CSX, it disengages the
Roger.
jetway. And I'm telling them to go back. Yeah, get back in there. Excuse me. My landing was too smooth. Oh well. At least it was comfortable for the passengers. So our doors are opening, and oh, an additional unknown causing the scripting engine to restart. Okay. No, I don't want to log. As soon as this restarts, I can tell it to deboard. It had an error. It's the first time I've seen GSX do that. Here we go.
The boarding requested.
I don't know, I'll just go like that. And now, the passengers will start. I'll give her the thanks for flying with us. As soon as I bet you, the jetway is going to be. No, it's not.
Passengers deboarding starting.
There we go. Thank you. Goodbye. Usually these automatic.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to wish you a safe onward journey and hope you enjoyed your flight today. Thanks for flying with us, and we hope to see you again soon.
Well, that was my flight here. Not too
Ladies
bad.
and gentlemen, your portable electronic devices
Everything
must
looks
not be used until you are
pretty
inside
good.
the airport. When disembarking, please take care
I
and
can
hold
do a
onto the handrails
speedy
while walking down the stairs.
Boarding if I want.
Please ensure that you supervise your children, and for your own safety do not
But
walk underneath the wing. Thank you.
As a matter of fact, I could do that right now. So you guys can see that, how that works. But I don't want to wait for all this.
Hi.
Would you mind waving your magic wand and getting the passengers offloaded
I'll
straight
tell
away?
GSX to
No problem.
reset. There we go. All set.
Ground to cockpit.
Go ahead. Hello?
Hi. All of the passengers have been offloaded. Brilliant landing, by the way. We barely felt anything.
Ah, it's all down to the autopilot, really. It's magical.
Just give me a buzz if you need anything.
Close these.
Hi, Captain. Okay, all back to the office. We're closing up now. We'll see you next time.
Roger.
There we go. Turn the power off in a minute. Vacuum cleaner is going to go on. And I got an A+ on the flight. So, anyway, guys. No need for you to watch all this, but that's what happens with SLC, self-loaded cargo. When you're done the flight, the cleaning crew comes in, tells you the cleaning crew is cleaning up the aircraft. It'd be cool if I could go back there and look and watch them moving around with vacuum cleaners. That would be pretty funny. But, yeah. I think I'm gonna do another flight later on. I'll go live with it maybe. Tomorrow I'm doing a flight that's not gonna go live and stream because I'm gonna fly from Boston to Heathrow, so it's gonna be a long flight. Actually, it's not the Boston to Heathrow, it's Los Angeles to Hawaii. So anyway, I'm gonna end this thing over here, so that's not on there anymore. And what I do is I shut everything down, so, and that errored out. So let's see here. Yeah, I'm going to release the power. Don't need that. So I go up here and make sure everything is on the off position. Turn that off, and then turn this off. And that's it. Everything is shut down and everything is good. There we are. We got our aircraft there. Everything's set. It was a pretty good flight. And, you know, guys, thanks for watching.